Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is the Sakobs DS5102. On the box it's labeled as a mini soundbar, but it'd be way easier to call it a portable Bluetooth speaker because it has a built-in battery, so it is very portable. But before I go any further into this little speaker, I don't normally do this, but I checked off the paid promotion box while uploading this video because the Sakobs reached out to me and actually wanted to send me this for free to review. And in addition, they also sent a 10% off promo code for their entire website for all of my viewers and subscribers. So I figured it was a win-win situation for all of us. So I'll drop a link down below in the description for their site, and feel free to take a look and use promo code wowVJsLTR, just like my YouTube name, for 10% off the entire site. So with that said, I told them regardless of them sending it to me for free, I'm gonna give an unbiased review for this speaker. So let's get going and see if this little guy is actually legit. So I've been unboxing this speaker while kind of stating that little disclaimer. So here is everything so far. Here's all the accessories, and I'm pretty sure this is the charging cable, and by the looks of it, it's just a micro USB cable. So micro USB to a USB-A. So the charging cable is a bit outdated, but for the price range, and this costs around $30, I'd imagine that any cost-saving benefit was sought after in producing the speaker. In addition, they included a 3.5mm cable, or most people just call it an aux cord. The packaging is a bit interesting. It's kind of a honeycomb pattern, but it's really just bubble wrap. Really fancy looking bubble wrap, but wow, there it is. It looks really nice so far. And a little disclaimer before I move on. For those new to my channel, I like to speed up parts of my video to let it flow a little bit better, so don't fret or think that your browser is spazzing out or anything. Everything's fine, so that part was sped up. Anyway, here it is in my hands. It's actually kind of light, but here's the top portion. There's a power button. It looks like a minus and plus button, and an M button. We'll find out what that means later, but I'm assuming it's mode. And on the back, there's actually a lot of slots and ports. So we have the charging port right there, DC 5 volts. Looks like you could fit a micro SD card in there, as well as a USB, so some sort of flash drive with music on it. And lastly, the good old trusty aux port right there for a 3.5mm cable. So it covers all sorts of ports and devices that you can connect to this little Bluetooth soundbar, speaker, mini soundbar, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm just going to call it a Bluetooth speaker, and let's find out what M actually stands for. And right there actually stands for mode or source. So you can go from pairing, repeat, reject a call. Reject a call, so that means this speaker actually has a built-in microphone. Looks like we're gonna have a microphone test, everybody, and I love me some microphone tests, but I'll leave some timestamps in the description as well too for those who want to jump to certain sections. But moving on, let's see if this speaker actually has some juice in it. So I'm gonna hold on to the power button. You see a little light turn on, and wow, that's actually a pretty pleasant chime, and it's actually set to a really loud sound already. So if you have your speakers up, be aware for the rest of the video, and I'll actually have a warning here and there whenever I'm going to do a sound test, because I have a feeling this thing can get pretty loud, because that startup chime was kind of deafening because I'm really close to it right now. So before doing a sound test, let's power this off to save some battery, just in case it isn't charged fully. Also, if you hear a slight buzzing in the background, that's not coming from the speakers. My refrigerator is actually next to the microphone, and I forgot to turn it off before recording, so forgive me for that. But let's move on to these measurements. So lengthwise, it was about 11 inches, and height-wise, it's about 2.5 inches tall. And this back portion, the longest part, is actually 2.5 inches thick as well too, minus that little swoop where you can actually rock the speaker to make it tilt up just like that. And I think that's a pretty cool little feature right there. So the little rubber feet go actually to the back side of it, and you can actually angle the speaker up. That is a very nice touch, Sakobs. I appreciate that greatly. And I just got this new little scale, so let's test that out with this little speaker. So for all of my American viewers, it's about 3/4 of a pound. So I mentioned it was very light. And for all of my international friends, it's about 1/3 of a kilogram. And for those crazy about ounces, it's about 11.82 ounces. I don't know why I threw that in there. But let's get this powered on once again, hear that nice little chime, and get this connected via Bluetooth to my iMac. For those interested, this sound test will be followed by a mic test and then by a quick aux cord test. So unfortunately, I won't be trying out the micro SD card reader or the USB port. I just don't have any music on those devices to test out, so I'm sorry. But we have the Bluetooth speaker connected to my iMac, and here is a little warning. The sound is going to get very, very loud starting now. And I'll throw in some little stats here and there, or little specifications about the speaker as the music is being played, and I'll stop talking so you guys can actually hear the music. That was surprisingly amazing. Wow. But let's get on to the mic test. So I have the Sakobs speaker right here, and this is the microphone test, showing it to both cameras, 1 and 2. So I've already recorded something else prior to this, and this isn't the best option for a microphone. So if you're using your phone to video chat your laptop, the built-in microphone on that is way better. But it's nice to know that there's a microphone on here. It's a very considerate thing for Sakobs to do, but it is absolutely not good at all. Passable at most. If you have to use it, it's usable, but as you can hear me right now, I could speak into my iMac or I could speak onto my iPhone and it would sound way better already. But with that said, I'm about 2 feet away from the thing right here, and before I end this, let me just go really close to it and just talk. So this is how loud I usually speak for all of my videos, and this is what it sounds like. The microphone isn't the best, it's usable, but so far, the sound quality of the speaker itself, when you're listening to it via Bluetooth, it sounds amazing. So let me wrap everything up. Let me get back to this camera down here, and we'll finish up the video. So the mic is a bit of a disappointment, but the sound quality of the actual audio coming out of the speaker is pretty amazing. So I'm going to get an aux cord plugged in and kind of just load up one of my videos just to see what voice sounds like, to see if it actually sounds clear. Sorry for me. So right here, I went through the usual dialogue and asked her, and rather than playing a game, she wanted to talk to resident services instantly. So if you're persistent enough, this game will reward you for all of your failures. Okay, by this point of the video, I've done this a few times. They're going to come back with some bad news, and now she's asking if she can ask somebody else to move out. And surprisingly, both sound tests, Bluetooth and the 3.5mm cable, sounded great. This actually surpassed my expectations. Despite the speaker being very light, this little thing packs a pretty nasty punch. During both audio tests, I had the speakers all the way up. Neither of them got distorted. And during the song, I could actually feel wind pushing out toward my hand from the grill of the speaker. So this thing was trying to hit that bass, and it hit it wonderfully. The treble was great. It wasn't ear piercing, and the mid, both in the song and in my voice on the YouTube videos, were very clear. My phone's microphone was picking up all of the sound, and it may not be the best to represent what I actually heard, but it sounded really good for a budget speaker. Once again, for those interested in seeing this speaker on the Sakobs website along with their other products, check out the link in the description below and use my YouTube name, wowVJsLTR, as a promo code for 10% off their site. Other than that, thank you so much for checking out this video, and feel free to check out these others. Also, if you really enjoyed hanging out with me today, consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new. I'll see you all soon. Stay safe out there.